Hey Professor Thomas, this is Joshua LeBlanc, and this is my submission of Experiment 7, an embedded computer hardware interfacing. This is the USB experiment you want us to do, where we make a USB connector and we have a green LED come in when we first make contact, and a red one when it's fully plugged in. So I took a scrap SMT USB connector, and I kind of just soldered to the back of it and made him a through hole and probe from there. I soldered the cage. Or I grounded the cage. I actually bring it 5 volts. I ground the ground pin, and then I put the data pins directly into the Arduino like they're reading it. No, what did I do? Pin 5 and 6? Yeah, 5 is positive, 6 negative. And I basically read when it's plugged in. If it is, this green LED comes on. And then hiding back here, there's a red LED. And so when I actually plug it in, he comes on first. And the way behind that guy is that in focus? So yeah, so when you actually plug it in, it makes a switch, and there's the 220 ohm LED and 5 volts. So he's waiting for the plug, and so can you see it? You can kind of see it. So I actually ripped off the retention clips, and I have the end of that like resistor kind of bent, and he's hanging down in there. So when you push him in, the receptacle comes and knocks him up, and he makes a contact. Since the cage is grounded, he basically gets shorted to the cage and gets pushed to ground. Had to zip tie it down, kept moving around, and then I didn't account for the physical difference in this guy. I should have put it on the edge, it would have been nicer. So I shoved a dime underneath there to give it some leverage. So I'll show you how it works. Give this guy some power. Uh-oh. Alright, so the resistor was moved. It's not perfect, it's still a prototype, but I'll show you. So the green one will come on when the guy's actually halfway in because he can see the contact, so you're going to have to watch the red guy. So I can't watch both. I'll try to watch both. Oh, look at that. So you push him in. Come on, get down there. Alright, so you push him in, the red guy's on, so that's him being made contact with the cage, and then all of a sudden, there you go. So we got the green guy. So you pushed all the way in. Basically the program, it just looks if the connector has been plugged in, and if it sees a connector, he turns them on. So the red LED is purely mechanical, and the green LED is controlled by the embedded system. It's kind of sketchy with a zip tie and soldering to that stuff, but he works, and hope you enjoyed.